Now we are going to define some formulas here. We have all this area which is in white, where we're going to define a relationship between these lines and the lines where the data are calculated or are derived from the tickets worksheet. So the reopen rate is determined basically by the number of reopened tickets divided by the number of total rise tickets. Okay, sometimes can happen that we may have 0, and it's better than we do the following. So we type if G24 is greater than 0, we do this. Otherwise, we type 0. Okay, otherwise, what happened? If, for example, this is equal to 0, okay, we're going to here, let's say that this one put 0 here. You see that we have this error, which means that I did the division by 0, which is an infinite number and doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this formula. I'm going to select all this area. I'm going to do home or formal cells number like this. Okay, results tickets is basically equal to this. It's redundant, don't ask me why. We're gonna keep this. Okay, here we are. As you can see here, using the HLOOKUP function, I get exactly the value in this range, in this row, yeah, compared to the last. Okay, so this is the number for my cells. This one, reopen rate is 0. Okay, then tickets open, this is done by the difference between the total number of tickets minus the closed tickets. Again, Ctrl C, Shift right, go back to this, right click, formulas. Tested pages. Tested pages is basically given by count if test list, this one is equal to 1. Okay, but the problem here is test status, but on the actual date. I have an help here, as you can see. Okay, and this value is this G, and the row is fixed 23. Okay, now I'm going to copy this, go to the right, I'm going to paste formulas. I should, the formula is wrong, I have to be to like this. This has to be cumulative, okay, so that when I go to the here, this one, HLOOKUP, I'm getting this one, which is the cumulative of all. Put this and the other sum. You have 19 plus 1 basically. Then 113 is 113 minus 20 plus 120. Page. How many tickets have been bytes per page is ticket divided by tested pages. Okay, this is an error, so that I need to do this again. If G29 is greater than 0, going to the right, I'm gonna click on formula. What I need, you start to see that here we are going to change our values according to what we are setting here. Closing ticket rate is also the same. These are closed divided. Close per day, the first one is this one. The second one is this one minus the previous one. Okay, copy, go to left, I paste this formula again. Okay, so we have this, an average tickets closing rate per day. Okay, the average. I'm going to use this formula. I'm going to sum. I'm going to use the following formula. This is a round, so I'm going to tickets closed per day. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Divided network days, the net working days with we defined it before, if you remember. I'm gonna close this and then I'm gonna put 0. Okay, this one, remember, range holidays here, and then okay, I'm going closing rate tickets, so the tickets that have been closed. Okay, and divided by this, I get the average tickets closing rate per day. When I go to the end, right click formula. So I keep the formats, but I am changing to the column L here and here. Then we have the closing and result ticket rate. So in this case, if you remember the closing ticket rate, this is the same, only that also result tickets. Okay, this is the rate. Yeah, and here you can see we are populating this part step by step. Then we're going to check tickets that are closed and resolved per day, and this is done basically al inizio, at the beginning, by ticket closed and those that have been resolved. And then the next day I have this plus this minus this. Control C, paste special formula. Okay, then I'm going to evaluate the network days function. I'm going to evaluate again this like this. This is start date, and the end date is again the same, range holidays. Okay, so the start date is this, and this other one I'm gonna fix only the row. Yeah, this. And here again I'm going to do a round 0. Okay, you can see the end. Here we are. Okay, so we are almost done. The cumulative of this is basically like that. This is equal to this. And the second one is this plus this. Control C formula. Okay, normal tickets is given by this minus the one that are in priority blocker of I. Okay, I click on this until the end. Copy, paste special formula. Here we are. Okay, we have our tickets. Now we have to check this one, the dashboard C25. This one is an error because this one has to be equal to pages to be tested. Okay, here we are. Now we have our calculations. Okay, so we tested this. We had these tickets. Okay, we have these pages in total. We tested this one. So if we continue to open tickets in this way, the total number of projected tickets until the end of this user test is 395. So we have this. Projected tickets are this one, and these are the blocker or high tickets, and the normal one are this. To close this UAT, we have an acceptance of all the blocker closed, and the normal low has to be 95%. To close all this, we need 6 days. In the other case, here, we have 47 days. The first one is when tickets are closed, considering how they are closed, this estimation of duration and this target date. Okay, so if this is work day, which is done by start date, which is the day when we started the UAT, okay, and this one again. So if I continue to test like this, I will finish the 19th of May. So we already finished. Otherwise, the 21st of July. I can input all this information in my dashboard. I will show you that in the next video.